welcome back everyone, welcome back to the grand finals, those grand finales here of the PiGosaur Cup number 77. We are here, we are back, we have returned with our fresh best of 5. We have our top 2 players here for the week. We have herO, we have ByuN, we have our Terran, we have our Protoss, we have our finals, and we have our new fresh TLMC 22 maps. Let's go. Spawning in the top left hand corner of Lumen, we have the South Korean Terran player, we have the blue Terran representing Shopify. It is ByuN. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the South Korean Protoss player. We have the red Protoss representing T1. It is herO. And if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It is Gamba time. Predictions are now open. Place your bets. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat as we delve into our best of 5. Oh boy, coming into this, herO is the favorite player, of course. He is the best Protoss player in the world, but ByuN, he can pose a threat, and we have been seeing a really chaotic tournament so far. It's been very, very chaotic. More importantly, because we have a fresh map pool, I mean, now we have to kind of play on the fly here. You know, there are different aspects of the maps that do favor certain styles, that do favor certain play, so we'll see how our players do approach this as we do have our hybrid expansions. Welcome to Lumen. Lumen has been in the map pool for a couple of weeks at this point, was in the previous PiGosaur map pool as well. We do have the hybrid expansion. We have our hybrid expansion here towards the natural location where we have some gold patches and we have some regular patches as well. You can see here that we have a worker path. This is a pathway that only allows workers to actually move through, so you can expand quite quickly, but no other units can actually make their way towards the low ground, so you need to mine through these patches first. You can see here we have our patches that are slowly being mined out, so we can actually reinforce and protect this position. So again, we have our hybrid expansion here. We have the more standard natural base. Bearing in mind, when it comes to this hybrid location, it leads into another hybrid expansion as well. So that is a lot of gold minerals available early on in the game as your natural and as your third. Likewise, the natural base here, or the hybrid expansion, is quite defendable, at least until the hybrid rocks get destroyed. Then this area becomes very open. Becomes very open from the south side, the north side, and the center as well. ByuN does scout with his Reaper, and he does confirm the hybrid location. Does confirm the expansion, dipping into the main base. Reaper, sorry, the Adept is on the way. One probe does go down. Gets one. That's one worker so far. Delaying the minerals being mined. Is going to be a Stargate open out of here. A bold move. Again, I'm still not very fond of going Stargate on these smaller maps. It is really risky. ByuN did go for a double gas opener. Double gas later CC. Also going for the hybrid expansion. Again, I feel like the temptation is too great. I feel like whenever we see bases, sorry, expansions, whenever we see players open up on Lumen, I feel like we have to go for that hybrid expansion. The only exception might be Zerg. Just because it takes so long to mine through this, but even then I feel like you want to be able to gain access. As workers are mining through, they're trying to at least. You can see that hero's mining inefficiently. He's just right clicking in this general area, so he was actually mining through some of the other patches, but regardless, does break out. Oh no, the Oracle! Ooh, the Oracle's within range, taking some, oh, barely no hull damage. Casito. Oracle has to be careful. Reaper does go down. And with that, herO holds. Here he holds, he deflects. Behind this, we do have our initial 2-1-1 setup here. Hyper aggression by ByuN. It makes sense considering the gold patches. It does make sense going for extra axes early. Hyper aggression. This looks like a 2-base all-in. Looks like a 2-base all-in out of ByuN. Marines being focused down. Catching out one Marine. And herO got a full scout. herO, he did scout the second racks. So big moment here for herO. He does confirm the 2-1-1. Tanks are amassing. +1 is going to be on the way into stim, into combat shields. And again, this is going to be a very, very strong 2-base push. Again, 2-base all-in. herO being so greedy. Twilight Council into additional gateways is going for a 4-gate setup into the third. Sorry, did I say 4? Sorry, 5 gateways. 5 gateways here into charge. Now, early charge does help. No, he has no mind through. He has no mind. No, he's no mind. The SCVs, they're vulnerable. Losing 1, 2, 3 SCVs. We got to work through those patches early. Yeah, he gets punished. He gets punished for it. Breaks the lock on. That's 5 SCVs going down. Very nice damage here by herO. And again, ByuN did not prioritize those patches. Not early enough. So we're getting messy. We're getting very messy here. Oracle's back into the main. Catching out 2 more SCVs. The scan will take down one of the Oracles. Nicely done. 1 Oracle does fall. But remember, we have mass Zealots amassing. Mass Shadows. I do like this. He's knocking down the debris early on so he can flank the army. He has a little bit more of an open area here. I do think that here is a little bit premature. Yeah, it's premature. Runs into the main army. Has to be careful. Dark Shrine is on the way. Because it's a 2-base all-in, that means that scans are limited. Here we go. The boys are being pulled. As I mentioned previously, here he confirmed the 2-base all-in earlier, so he knew. And we passed by each other. There's nothing to kill here. But he's going into the main. Yeah, he's diving into the main base. He can always try to recall back home. SCV is going to be going down, but here comes ByuN's main army. And was this the correct call to make? Does kill the SCVs, but that doesn't matter. Yeah, that does not matter. The main army gets across the map. Dark Shrine is not yet done. There's nothing at home to defend. Here he's almost supply blocked as well. Yeah, he's back. You can see here he's banking up at 700 minerals. He cannot spend his money. He's throwing down cannons. He can't spend his money. He's supply blocked. Yeah, big supply block for herO. The main base will fall, and that Dark Shrine may not finish. Yeah, you can see it's being focused down. At least it should be. Yeah. It's being targeted. Does fall. ByuN, he evacuates. And it's going to be a tough hold for herO. He cannot warp in. He has no production. He has 1 gateway. He has no production. These are the final buildings, but some of them are floating. He should be fine. He's going for the CCs. Going for the orbitals. We have to make the defense here at the cannons. herO's out of position. Wow, he's out of position. He has to race back home, and now is not the time to be hunting down buildings. Tanks are within range of the cannons. Does herO have enough to get on top of the tanks? He's going for it. He does pull the boys. Yeah, boys are being pulled. Nice target firing here on top of the stalkers. Tanks will be going down. Nice force fields. Locks down the army. Yeah, he locks down the army, and herO he holds. Wow. herO he does barely hold on here. GG gets called. ByuN has nothing left, and herO takes game number 1. GG. GG, well played. I feel like herO made that as difficult as he could for himself. Like, to miss the army, to go for the base trade, to get supply blocked, to lose the Dark Shrine. Like, there was so much there that was going wrong for herO, but he made it back home. He made it back home in time. He was able to fight out on the map, out in the air, out in the open, I should say. Collapse on the army. GG. GG, well played. The power of charge. Again, as we try to emphasize, these charge-based openers are designed to punish 2-base all-ins, and ByuN went for the 2-base all-in. He went for it. Let's go. Here we go. We're getting into game number 2. Going to be loading into Eternity's Edge. Oh boy. And again, we're expecting more aggression. We're expecting more all-ins on these more aggressive maps. Let's go. And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Eternity's Edge, we do have the South Korean Terran player. We have the blue Terran representing Shopify. It is ByuN. Oh, I did not add his team logo. My apologies. We'll fix that. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the South Korean Protoss player. We have the red Protoss representing T1. It is herO. Let's go. Let us go here. He does take a 1-0 lead in the series, and we'll see how players will approach Attorney's Edge. As we mentioned before, Attorney's Edge is quite a large map. It's a very wide map. There's a lot of expansions, a lot of potential here on the edges of the map as well. But personally, it did feel like aggression would be too tempting and too favored on this map, specifically in regards to the triangular third base and the forward high yield gas expansion as well. But we'll see. We'll see how our players will adjust. We'll see how they approach. We'll see if we are able to experience a bit of a longer game. For now, double gas. For now, double gas opener out of ByuN. Does open double gas. Yeah, and with that, he's going for a more tech-heavy start. He's going to be going for a faster factory, a delayed CC. And this can lead into early Cyclone play, committed mine drops, early Banshees, early tanks. Show us what you got. Meanwhile, we saw herO open up with the Stargate last game. This time, do we go Stargate again? Do we go Robo? Do we go Twilight Council? herO has options. He has options. We'll see what he commits into. So now, we are settling in. Initial Stalkers being chronoed. No Sentry, no Hallucination Scout. Oh, true, I forgot to mention this, but we do have this little alcove inside the main base to kind of high tech, to hide drops as well. There's that low ground CC. Twilight Council opener out of herO. Okay, we have a tech of choice, opening up Blink. Technically, we could see a charge base opener like last time, but I feel like there was a higher chance that we would see an all-in on Lumen, and herO did scouts before his tech, because it was a Stargate opener, so he could make that decision. Reapers, they do sit past the army. He's sipping in the natural, getting one probe so far. One probe kill. Reapers, they pull away. Charge has begun. So once again, charge base opener. herO, he's expecting aggression. Okay. Not Blink. One Reaper does slip in. Slips into the main. Gets owned away. herO does not turn around. He's pushing towards a natural, and there's no bunker. There's no bunker. For now, the factory actually was being used to make add-ons. There is a Cyclone. Okay. There is that defensive Cyclone, thankfully. So with that Cyclone, ByuN should defend. Lock-on is broken. herO does pick up a couple of Marines. But the Cyclone barely gets away. One shot away. Cyclone does pull back, and ByuN holds. So very clutch hold here from ByuN. Losing that Cyclone would have been brutal, but does hold, does survive. herO going for the linear third. Okay. We're going for the linear expansion. If you recall, I was concerned that the triangular third base and the high yield expansion would be too tempting, but no, herO, he's calming down, going for a more standard expansion, a safer base. But remember, he's opening charge. He's opening up charge. And he's on how many gates? Only 3. Okay. Remember, last game he went up to 5. He went up to 5 bases. Sorry, 5 expansions. What did I say? 5 gateways. Jesus. No. Did not get enough sleep, Pappy. Aye. We have our Bay on the way. So building up to Colossus, so no extra gateway explosion. Just charge into Colossus. Into the mid-game. Hey, let's go. We can experience the mid-game. We can experience. From here we are going to be opening up. Drop play across the map. Getting to our drops. Raven harass into the natural, getting 1, getting 2, 3, up to almost 4. Not bad. But for the most part, we're slowing down. Sure, we have some prism harass into the bases, but they shouldn't really get much done. Dropping into the mineral line. Settling for the depot. May kill. Okay, yeah. Will snipe the depot. Going for the cyclone even. Ooh, a little bit messy. Yeah, a little bit messy here, but the war prism does get away. Does break the lock on. Oh no, the Raven. Yeah, Raven, a bit of miscontrol. Yeah, pulls back for a moment within range and does fall. Now, when it comes to this left-hand side, we should discuss it. Now that we're unlocking this area of the map, herO can make his way towards the gold. Now, this is a big factor in PvT. It is very common for Protoss players to gain map control in a longer game, and this gold base is going to be a massive power spike for herO if he can get there. Now, the scary thing here is I would say that this gold expansion is more accessible than the gold base on Title Citadel. True. It is much more accessible for, like, it's easier to expand to. That's maybe what I should say. And easier to defend as well. Ooh, the prism barely does get away. Jesus. Yeah, Colossus in position. Colossus exposed. Can we go for the dive? Not quite. And not quite here. Colossus does survive. Double drop into the main base. So far here he's holding on. The reason why I say this base is more defendable is because you can see here that we're leapfrogging and expanding towards the gold. You can expand towards it, so your army is a little bit closer. We can see that herO doesn't actually do that though. He does eventually take the triangular third. Interesting. And we spoke about this earlier, but this base is more accessible for the aggressing player. Here we go, charge does collapse on the first tank. One tank goes down. The Colossus are on their own. Where's the rest of the army? Oh, pick up! Oh my god. Barely does save the Colossus. They pull away to the batteries. herO, where are the defensive warpins? Yeah, the warpins were delayed. He has stalkers in the main base, a little bit behind on it about a drop. I mean, there's a drop coming in. herO is in position. No blink. Yeah, no blink for herO, but he does barely save the stalker. Clutch moves. Oh, Colossus is one shot away from going down. Oh my god. Tank firing on the sentries, actually. Yeah, tank shots on the sentries. Colossus, they barely do hold. Drop back into the main. Army does rotate. Still no blink. Still no blink, and herO holds. Now, what's a little bit scary here is that herO, he's finally able to get into blink himself, and he now has a 4-base economy. He's able to build up his probe counts, secure his army as well. It's been a very flimsy defense so far by herO. It's been very bare bones, and there's a world where ByuN could have killed by now, could have broken through the defensive line. But alas, with that herO, he does hold, he does defend. He's gone through the worst of it. And now we're embracing the mid game here. herO, he does not expand forward. He has yet to properly gain map control. Once he does, then this high yield gold and high yield gas bases can become online. Speaking of, hello. I think this might even be the first time that herO does notice the gold. Remember that these players, these like their first games on these maps. So they're exploring the maps for the first time. And yep, herO, he wants that gold. He wants that gold expansion. So that one right doesn't really get much done. 5 SCVs, sorry, 6. Here he's gaining map control. As I mentioned before, he's up to now 4, soon to be 5 Colossus. The 5th Colossus makes sense in this position. Usually you want to stop at 4 at most. But 5th Colossus makes sense because 2 of these Colossus are 1 shot away from going down. Like, there's a very high chance they just get 1 shot. Did I say 5? That's a 6th Colossus. But again, high chance that 2 of these Colossus go down. So already preparing for that kind of situation. Blinking on forward. ByuN is out of position. Now stepping in. Does get within range. Gets 1. Yeah, 1 Colossus goes down instantly. He gets 1. He gets 2. 2 Colossi do fall. Vikings going ham. Not many Stalkers. Not much anti-air. And the Vikings, they take down more and more Colossus. There's 1 Colossus left. And ByuN is holding. Yeah, ByuN, he's holding. Cleans up all the Colossi. Again, there were only 4 Stalkers. Like, there was barely any anti-air. And ByuN completely shuts down the army. This was not the fight to take. herO, he throws everything away. He threw it all away. And now ByuN can A-move. ByuN, he just walked across the map. Again, here he just had no support for his Colossus. He had nothing to do with the Vikings. The Vikings, they just got free damage. Just free shots on every single Colossus. Again, it was just far too zealot heavy when it comes to hero's composition. I mean, he has no gas. He has no gases at any expansion. Jesus. That's why herO couldn't afford any Stalkers. He has no gas income. Colossus goes down. Zealots are having a bit of a better fight. Okay. They're getting on top of the ghosts. The Swarm Toss. He's coming in. Aim if just send it. Send it all across the map. Keep going. Don't stop. They're Liberators though. Oof. Zealots, they don't shoot up. They do not shoot up. Very nice choke point. Very nice Sim City. herO, he cannot break this position. It cannot happen. Still no gases. herO, he's on 3 gas geysers. Finally, gases are being taken. herO now recognizes that he cannot end the game. He cannot kill. He cannot kill. That will not happen. Liberation has arrived. Go base gets spotted. ByuN, he will punish. At the same time, herO is moving in. Oh, there is a route directly in between the bases. Doesn't go for it. Yeah, it doesn't go for it. herO, he will lose this expansion. He recalls. Recalls back home. Does save the base. Okay. Does save the Nexus. Maintain the gold economy. I wasn't sure he could. But he is holding on to it. Once again, though, we need more Stalkers. We need more anti-air. Massive EMPs. There's still only 4 Stalkers available. You cannot push into those liberation zones. And we're getting up to 8 Liberators. Gases are now somewhat being saturated. herO taking more bases. These are regular expansions. Zealot run by, find some damage, I guess. Yeah, gets a gas geyser, gets a couple of SCVs. Supply blocks ByuN, true. Does supply block. ByuN, it looks like he will kill the expansion, but we see herO coming in from behind. He does open a couple of extra Stalkers, and do we just base trade? Yeah, we just base trade. Okay, we just we're trading bases. Go base goes down at the same time. herO is going for the kill, going for the planetary. This expansion means that much more for ByuN. herO has plenty of bases, ByuN does not. So massive pickup. ByuN turns around. ByuN needs to be very careful with those Liberators. He cannot overextend. herO pushing further in. He has to be careful not to be surrounded. Oh, the Colossus! Yeah, Colossus are exposed. Miscontrol by herO. As he tries to kite away, we'll lose a Prism, we'll lose a Colossus as well. Yeah, massive pickups. herO losing both Colossi. And here he has to get out of here. He has to get out. Did kill 27 SCVs, but he cannot take the main fight. Not like this. Not like this. We're getting messy. We're getting very, very messy here. Here he just has to buy time. Just buy time. For extra warpins, he's got 2 more robos on the way. That's ambitious. You can see here is banking 2,000 minerals. How many gateways does he have? 14. With this much mineral income, you could argue for like up to 18 to 20 gateways. Just for constant Zealot warpins, but another base goes down. Again, herO cannot fight this. Not yet. Oof. herO does get 1 Liberator. Oh no. Sorry, Colossus does pull away. Expansion goes down. herO retaking the gold. herO here attempts a counterattack, but ByuN is keeping up. Yeah, ByuN is keeping up with the rotations. We'll lose one Liberator. herO rotating in. As once again we rotate, once again base trade. ByuN does recognize something's wrong, does know what the army is. Liberator's out of position. I say that there are 3 Liberators. Yeah, 3 Liberators. He does wing in, he gets 1, 2, he gets all 3. But he's bleeding out a lot of gateway units. Colossus, they do kite away, better control him. Oh no, the miscontrol, he rallies in. And with that, ByuN is doing it. He does catch all the disruptors, all the Colossus, miscontrol out of herO. Aye. Again, very messy movements out of our Protoss. And ByuN should not punish at this point. He should be able to punish. We get a decent Nova, but it's too little too late. ByuN, he's rallying in. Nice EMP. And we're going to have a series. We're going to have a series here. ByuN, he takes down that center expansion. Takes down the center bases. herO going for the base trade. ByuN does find another Nexus. More bases going down, more mining's being denied. herO, he can maybe take a bit of fight here. Nova's a little bit premature. Disruptor's going down. Also trying to come in from behind, shows the Nova. The Nova! Oh my god, nice connection. Yeah, nice connection with the Nova, but it might not be enough here. Yeah, nice splits against the disruptors. These Novas are inefficient. And with that, herO will lose the final army. He will lose the final army. Bleeding out more disruptors. Still rallying across the map. And here he lost the economy. He lost 2 bases on the right. He lost the gold expansion as well. He has 1 base on the top side, which is allowing him to stay somewhat alive. But here he has no standing army. And with that, ByuN breaks through. He breaks through. He overwhelms. Chasing down all the workers. And here he's helping a bit of copium here with these stalkers. Doing what he can. I mean, hey, finally does catch a couple of Liberators at least, but no, Blinkers don't cool down. Yeah, Blinkers don't cool down. Massive pickups. GG gets called, and ByuN ties up the series 1-1. GG. Whew. GG, well played. We are tied up 1-1 here. A very chaotic game. Very chaotic. The map did come into play when it came to how open the bases were. The bases were very open and very exposed. To be fair, because we had non-stop aggression here, like we just didn't really have any defensive setup. There was no batteries in position, no static defense to buy time. Likewise, for the most part, herO's best defense was just good offense. He just kept attacking instead. So very chaotic game state here. And that leads us into a tied series. We're tied up 1-1. We're loading into game 3. Going to be loading into Rainfall. Oh, the aggression will continue. Aggression will continue. Let's go. It weirds me out, even top Protostars don't seem to micro-stalk and shoot Vikings, but they Colossus. That is not true. Players like Max, herO, and Classic do actually do this intentionally. If you watch their games. If you're referring to this last game, game number 2, between these two players, if you recall, specifically herO had a very low stalker count. He had a low stalker count because he had no gases. That's why he was so zealot heavy. For a very long time he was stuck with like 4 stalkers, so he couldn't really contest the Liberators. That's how far behind he was, at least gas wise. If you're referring to like the first like half, if not first like 3/4 of the game, later on herO did build up an actual like competitive stalker count, and then he was focusing on liberators, but I would say it took a long time for that to happen because herO's gases were so late. They were so late. But here we go. Here we go. Spawning in the top left hand corner of Rainfall, we have the South Korean Terran player. We have the blue Terran representing Shopify. It is ByuN. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner here of Rainfall, we have the South Korean Protoss player. We have the red Protoss representing T1. It is herO. Here we go. But again, if you watch players like MaxVex, Classic, herO, they do accomplish this as well. But once again, we did try to emphasize that the Stalker count was just low to begin with. Because remember, it wasn't even a Blink Stalker opener, it was a charge follow-up instead. So very low gases, a very cheap mid-tier army for a very long time that game. But there we go. Here we go. As now we're going for our initial opener. Likewise across the map we do have ByuN setting up into an economic start as well. So far so good. And welcome to Rainfall. Rainfall is a smaller map of the map pool, less bases, shorter rush distance, and aggression is heavily favored here. Oh, speaking of aggression being favored, we have a Concussion Shell Marauder opener. Economic start into Marauder. This can lead into a 3-Rax. Yep, there it is. A second Rax into a third Rax into a 3-Rax stim timing hyper aggression out of ByuN. So hyper aggression, it's going to be on herO to scout and to confirm. So far, herO does open Stalker first, no Sentry yet, no hallucination. Eyes on herO, there it is. It's going to be a Sentry after the Stalker into a hallucination scout. So herO, he should be able to confirm the 3-Rax. As we can see, 3-Rax is on the way. Stim timing out of ByuN, a very aggressive build, and herO should scout, confirm, and react and respond. There is a chance that ByuN denies the scouts. If he can situate his Marines in position and catch out the hallucination, then, I mean, there's a chance he can shut it down. As he does get a full scout, does confirm. Does scout all 3 Raxes and the eBay as well. ByuN trying to catch out the initial Stalker. There is no battery. Yeah, cheeky moves there by ByuN. herO pulls away. Attentive to detail here. So herO is attentive. Pulls away. Now he's hunting for the Marauder. And gets a shot off. Oh! Does get a shot off. And will lose a Stalker in the process. And he does get one Marauder. Oh, the force field! He gets both! Wow, both Marauders go down. Better trade for herO. Better trade here, catching 2 Marauders and a Marine for 1 Stalker. Ay. Very clutch force field. Here he has 1 more Marine. Yeah, 1 more Marine goes down. Pulls away the Stalker. Yeah, pulls away, loses a Sentry, but he will get 2 more Marines. Oh, does trade. Loses a second Stalker and a Sentry. And here he has to pull away. Yeah, Stim is revealed. herO does overextend. Does overextend towards the end. Did kill 2 Marauders and 6 Marines, but losing 3 Stalkers is brutal. That's a very gas-intensive loss here for herO. So did get too greedy towards the end. Catching out the first 2 Marauders was amazing, but got too greedy. With that, herO is claiming a 3rd base. You can argue that in a way it's worth it just because this is weakening the Stim timing. Stim is already done, by the way. Stim is done, but now there are significantly less Marines. Less Marines to work with. Oh, blinks away. herO calming down. Just free shots off. Nibbling away at the army. Behind this, going into a very charge heavy composition, or sorry, I should say a gateway heavy composition. So blink Stalkers into charge lots, and ideally you want to preserve these Stalkers over time. ByuN moves out. As ByuN moves out, herO moves in. Uh-oh. And here he can maintain this position behind the mineral line. He can maintain. Ooh, we'll lose one Stalker. Bit of miscontrol there by herO. Oh! Yeah, bit of miscontrol. He might lose one more Stalker. Does get away. Main army has arrived. Zealot legs are still not done. Yeah, no charge, but Zealots, they do trade well. Nice target firing on the Stalkers. Again, you can see that intentionally so ByuN has been focusing on those Stalkers, but alas is going to get surrounded and he will lose everything. Yeah, he will lose every Marauder. Better trades for herO. Catching out ByuN. In the end, the sim timing was not worth it, and we're now going for a third CC. Oh. herO. He does commit. There's 2 Marauders left. Yeah, he's got to calm down. We have more Zealot reinforcements. herO, he wants his Marauders. Cleans up Marines. Not a bad trade. Again, mainly bleeding out Zealots. Once again, herO staying on a very low gas count. He's only got 5 Stalkers. Getting as much value as he can. Gets 3 more Marines. And it's Mass Zealot. Now it's just Mass Zealots from here on forward. So we're going to have 5 Stalkers and potentially no more from here. Again, we're spending gas on the Robo, the Bay, Colossus production. That's why it's crucial that you maintain the Stalker count early on. There's not a lot of gas to work with. Oh, 7 in the process. So again, risky maneuvers here from herO. Microing his heart out, catching out the Widow Mines, not bad. Cleans up the minefield. Oh, 1 more Stalker goes down to 4. 4 Stalkers left. Again, this will matter coming into the mid game. Alright, so here's pushing. How many gateways? 9. Ooh, a very heavy gateway count. But he does have his 2 Robos ready for Colossus. Just needs the gas. There we go, making 2 Colossus at a time. As ByuN moves out, Prism moves in. The reinforces a position. herO supply blocked. Oof. Yeah, herO supply blocked. Ideally, he wanted more Zealots. One of mine's almost getting called out. Yeah, as ByuN is just snowballing out of control from here. Again, here he may have just let out far too much. He needs more time for more Colossus. If he can buy a little bit more time with Colossi, he can hold, he can defend. But ByuN is coming. Here is still supply block by the Jesus. Yeah, brutal supply block. Pylons only now being thrown down. This supply block has been lasting a while. Ay, ay, ay. Este supply block. ByuN is turned away. Pylon's now done. Here he can just start to build up his army. And he's getting up to 4 Colossus. So he has a pretty substantial Colossus count. When it comes to the Vikings, there are so far only 2. So a very low Viking count this time for ByuN. Other Colossus, they can reign supreme. Oh, yeah, beyond these Vikings are late. So many Vikings left over. Mine shots going off. ByuN is out of position. He's racing back home. The third base is exposed. Okay, herO does not commit. Playing it safe. Plays it safe, pulls away. We do open a couple of Stalkers. We have how many? 9. Okay. A decent count. 9 Stalkers. Against 3 Vikings. Here's poking in. Viking shots on the first Colossus. Yeah, Vikings overextend. All 3 Vikings will go down. Ooh, yeah, miscontrol there by ByuN. Does lose all 4 Vikings. Sorry, all 3 Vikings. There's 1 left. Yeah, 1 remaining, and this time herO overwhelms. He overwhelms the army. Catching out all the Vikings. Does he save the Colossus? Oh, he does. Yeah, he micros back. There's still 4 Colossus remaining. Oh, did I speak too soon? Nah, he's fine. Yeah, he's fine with that herO. He overwhelms. He breaks the position. ByuN has been broken. All 4 Colossus, they still reign supreme. And GG gets called. GG gets called. And herO, he will take a 2-1 lead in the series. GG. Whew. GG, well played with that herO. He is 1 game away from claiming the series here. And now we'll see if ByuN can bounce back. See if he can bounce back. Oh, and again, this time herO, he was able to maintain a bit of a higher Stalker count through the early game. He was able to gain map control. I will say that the scariest moment for herO was when he was getting supply blocked. ByuN had the greater army. He was pushing across the map. herO, he needed more time for the Colossus to get up and running. And what I will say about ByuN's play here is that he was unable to really stifle any of the economy. The bases were untouched. The reality there, the bases, they were untouched for herO. He was freely mining, freely able to make use of his economy, of course, and get into the Colossus. ByuN, he was able to gain and fight for map control, but couldn't really threaten the bases of herO. Wasn't able to threaten bottom left. And with that, GG well played. herO, he just held until the Colossus got up and running, held until the Robos came into play, and herO had that big power spike. And that game also kind of plays into what was said earlier, which, I mean, I feel like it might just be maybe not even recency bias, but especially if you're paying attention to one player a little bit more than others, then it's something that you notice about that player and maybe not others as much. Referring specifically to Stalker control and Stalker movement, protecting Colossus from Vikings. We did see that this game, like the Vikings, they went down, partially also because ByuN was not microing them. He did move them in and they went down immediately, but you saw that here as well when it came to the Colossus being maintained. Maintain those Colossus pushing in. But here we go. Here we go. Spawning in the top left-hand corner of Fear and Faith, we have the South Korean Terran player. We have the blue Terran. Representing Shopify, it is ByuN. Wait, did Dream and Scars make it through? In my brain, I think I just assumed that it did, but did it not? No shot. Hold on, I have to double check quickly here. Exarch. No. What? Wait, I thought that was a sure thing. Did I mess up? Did I give the wrong score to the wrong thing? Did I mess up? Hold on. Because in my brain, I might have mixed up the two. Like Dream and Scars and Fear and Faith. Dynamic. No, yeah, Dream and Scars didn't make it through? That's crazy. Wow. I need to see the rest of the judge scores. Like Ay. What the hell? Okay. Spawning the top left corner of Fear and Faith, we have the South Korean Terran player. We have the blue Terran representing Shopify Rebellion. It is ByuN. How many 4-player spawn maps made it through? Like 4? And spawning in the bottom right hand corner, we have the South Korean Protoss player. We have the red Protoss for T1. It is herO. No shot. Okay, we had Exarch. We had sorry, I'm just quickly counting how many 4-player spawn maps. So we had Exarch, we had Fear and Faith, we had Old Sun Temple, and we had okay, just three. Old Sun Temple made it through as well. Jesus, I can't believe Dream of Scars is a really fun map. Like what the hell? Okay. But welcome to Fear and Faith. For those that are unaware, sorry, I'm kind of getting lost in the sauce here. Double gas opener, interesting choice. Double gas opener into a faster factory. Welcome to a 4-player spawn map. You can spawn in top left, top right, bottom left, and bottom right as well. So 4 possible spawn locations. Now, a way to help when it comes to scouting. herO does scout immediately, by the way. So that's fine. ByuN is the monorail system. You can see here we have like the Futurama tube system here from one side of the map over towards the other. So this monorail system does connect all corner expansions, and you can go through these tubes with workers. They're worker only pass. You can't like link flood through them. Like you can't like send a bunch of lings or marines or zealots into the tubes. Only workers can fit inside said monorail system. Likewise, you also have some smaller tubes here in the center of the map connecting some of these other expansions. This is a really cool way to deal with the RNG-ness of 4+1 maps, to scout your opponents a little bit faster. To scout them faster, to confirm. We can see herO does wall off one of those tubes, of course, leading into his main. Only one, as he opens up Stargate. Stargate opener out of herO. I'm a little bit shocked to see a double gas opener, just because it's a very large map. A very large map. We have a secure natural as well. So we have our main base, we have our natural, it is going to be on the high ground, and we have our 3rd and 4th expansions right next to us as well. So we have our initial 4 bases in our own corners of the map. Diagonal spawn also leads into longer games. But yeah, I'm a little bit shocked that Dream and Scars didn't make it through. Is a forced cross spawn? No. It's you can have close spawns as well. I mean that's the purpose of the monorail system, to be able to scout for that sort of thing. So you can spawn in any location. Any location. So now we're building up our 3-1-1 setup. ByuN has yet to scout. ByuN has no idea, by the way. ByuN has no idea where his opponent has spawned in. Has no idea. Bit of a messy setup here. We're building up into the mid game. Here, just checking with ninja expansions, just in case. Don't blame him. Again, it's a very large map, so making sure there are no ninja bases. Just making sure. Going double forge, hyper creed out of herO. Stargate opener into a 3rd base, into double forge, into blink, into Twilight Council, delayed blink of course as well. Yeah, a lot of greed. hero's poking in. The tank is exposed. Oh no, he's gonna get it. Yeah, one more volley. Tank goes down. Ay, that should not have happened. But again, I mentioned before, like, it does feel very messy. The SimCity, I mean, here for ByuN. It's their first game playing, right? It's their first game playing. It takes a while to get used to it. Does take a while. Here he scouts top right, just in case. Again, looking for ninja bases. Setting up the stasis. Ooh, stasis goes off on the cyclone. Oh. Yeah, Cyclone gets caught. So here he can just keep pushing. Just bullying the army. And I was hoping for a longer game here, but ByuN is struggling here in the early game. At the same time, Raven does get across the map. Does scout.
Additional supply depots required.
Ooh, Oracle goes down as well. Okay, we have a back and forth. 5 probe kills and the Oracle. herO just rushing into his 4th base. Again, hyper greed out of herO. Now, bear this in mind. The supplies are deceiving you. The soup does lie. herO, he is down in supply right now, but that's because he's been so greedy. Fast 3rd, fast 4th, fast upgrades. This means that herO, he will snowball out of control in the mid game. Nice force fields. And nice force fields. ByuN is pushing herO now, though. And there's a window in time where herO is vulnerable. herO is vulnerable. He has been very greedy this game. Remember, he's getting a 4th, as ByuN is only on 2 bases, by the way. ByuN is only on 2 expansions. And ByuN is pushing. And this is his moment. This is it. Drop play. So instead of going for the main push, which I would have favored, he's going for drops instead. He's going for a split push. Does catch out a Stalker. Second Stalker goes down. Doesn't focus on the Cyclone. Drop does scout the 4th. And here's being pulled apart. Yeah, here's being pulled apart here. Probe's going to be going down. There's a recall back home. Desperation recall. It's going to be a messy defense here for herO. It's getting messy. ByuN is pushing. Now jumping into the natural. herO scrambling for defense. Phoenix goes down. He gets the Phoenix. He gets one at least. Oh no! Oof. Does catch a full medevac. ByuN getting his own third base on location. And on the one hand, ByuN, he got a lot of damage, right? So far this game, 15 probe kills. Like, this is good. This is great. ByuN, he's still very far behind, economically at least. Like, he still needs more damage. And because of the diagonal spawns, because of the cross spawns, I mean, ByuN, his reinforcements are delayed. Like, he's got to push. He's got to rally. Oh, herO not paying attention. We'll lose one Stalker. Late reaction out of herO. Losing one Stalker. ByuN is pushing. Ooh, he does overextend. Losing a Cyclone. Army does stim in. He gets up the ramp. Wow, he gets up the ramp and going for the pylon. Depowers the gateways. Here he has to go through the minefield. The mine shots. Oh my god. Yeah, here his defense here is shaky. It's shaky, it's messy. We need more zealots. Again, here he's caught up by the reinforcements. Charge offs now trickling in. And here he may have just lost too much. Yeah, he may have just lost too much here. Here's hybrid greed was not worth it. As he's losing everything, the boys are being pulled. Stalker's going to be focused down. And we're going to the ace match. Yeah, we're going to the ace match here. 13, 14, 15, 20 probe kills. Ay, ay, ay. And again, the whole point of hero's build was to be greedy, and he has lost that greed. He's lost that economic advantage that he once had. So now he has no advantage. He also lost the forges, so no 2-2. And ByuN is snowballing out of control. He's snowballing. Catching out all the zealots. Pushing into the bases. Once again, there's no pressure on ByuN. At this point, the damage has been done. ByuN can just back off. He can just back off, claim his third, work towards a 4th CC, consolidate his army. There is 4 CCs on the way. It's going to be on location. And ByuN can just out macro. He can just outscale at this point. He can just outscale herO. Again, herO, he was so greedy this game and he did not get away with it. He's now trying to be active. Trying to maintain a presence on the map. Gonna be shut down. He's getting chased down, Pappy. Oof. Does lift in time. Collapsing the army. Zealots, they do bust in. Again, chasing down the bio. herO trading as best he can, but there's only so much he can do. Like at this point, it's just an overwhelming bio army. We can just stim, Pappy. The man with gun is too good. It's too good. The best that herO can hope for is to force the army to turn around. So he's going for a big backstab. And again, this is the best chance here that herO has. Catching reinforcements. It's going to be a one-way trip. Stalkers pull away. Zealots peel off into the third, into the mineral line. And again, this is just desperation out of herO. He's doing damage though. Okay, the main army moves in. Nice control. Zealots are popping up. Hopes to micro in the mineral lines. Ooh, every Stalker gets shut down. 20 SCV kills. No Marines in position. Okay. And again, this would have been good damage if herO had the economy. But he's still rebuilding probes. He's still getting his own 5th base up and running. But he does force ByuN back. He's buying time. herO's building up zealots. We now have double robe on the way. Again, it's so late here, but he's working towards Colossus. herO still needs more time. Now, these have been impressive moves out of herO. True. Like, he has bought time, he has dealt economic damage. But ByuN's main army is still superior. Like, he still has a stronger main army. And he still will win a head-on fight. herO cannot engage. Not like this. No, oh god. Yeah, losing Phoenixes. herO, calm down. ByuN, he does peel off some units though. Peels off a drop. herO, how does he respond? The base may just go down. Okay, he does react in time. He does react. herO pulling away. Trying to collapse in for a surround. The Nexus will fall. And he's going for it. He's going for the dive. Yeah, it does go for the dive. It does lift up the Ghost. Tries to knife some of the EMPs. Nice positioning here from ByuN. Yeah, better positioning. The choke point is brutal. Zeltek cannot engage. And ByuN overwhelms. ByuN overwhelms the army. Takes out the Nexus. Honestly, the Nexus was helping. Honestly. The Nexus was helping. No more lifts. No more ground army. And here, all that remains are just Phoenixes. Just a handful of Phoenixes. That's all he's got left. Da-da! GG. GG gets called, and ByuN ties up the series. We're going to the ace match. GG. Whew, GG, well played. We're going to game 5. Winding it back, as a reminder, herO was hyper greedy this game, going for a Stargate opener into a third base, into Blink, into Double Forge, into a 4th expansion. All of that while ByuN was on 2 bases. Like, that's how greedy he was. He was so greedy this game, and ByuN was hyper aggressive. He was hyper aggressive. He pushed out across the map. He did not stop, and ByuN did punish the greed out of herO. Did punish herO's greed, was able to snowball out of control, break through, push into the natural, deny the forges, deny the economy, eventually break the 4th expansion. And with that, GG. And GG, well played. With that, we're going all the way to the ace match. It all ends here. It all ends on washout. Oh. Hello. So, I do have to fix my camera. What happened? What? Hold on, I gotta unplug and replug my camera. Un momento. Okay, we're back. We are back, and this morning in the bottom left-hand corner of Washouts, we have the South Korean Terran player. We have the blue Terran representing Shopify. It is ByuN. So I'm just trying to fix up. There we go. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have the South Korean Protoss player. We have the red Protoss representing T1. It is herO. Ah, we're back. We're back, Pappy. We're back. It's quite rare, but like, you know, maybe once every couple of months. It might be a port issue, I'm assuming. Like, it just dies on me, so I just have to replug the camera. That's fine. Happens like a couple of times a year. It's all good. So now we're going to be opening up, and welcome on to Washouts. Washouts has a longer rush distance by ground compared to some of these other rush maps, of course. Does have a secure 3 and 4 base setup. The distance between the bases is a little bit longer, so it can be a little bit more difficult to defend those locations, and we'll see how our players will approach Washouts. Oh boy. For now, double gas opener, faster factory, a more tech-heavy start out of ByuN. Meanwhile, herO going for his own gate expand into Cybercore. Sorry, gate cyber expand. So we're just calming down, we're settling in. Into the ace match, the final game of the series, Pappy. The final game. Frozen camera, yeah, it's all good, it's all good. Did fix it. Might be a port issue, it might just be an issue about just leaving the PC on for extended periods of time. I don't know. But it's all good. as it is going to be a Twilight Council open out of herO. Okay, most likely Blink. We're leaning towards Blink here. Leaning towards a standard opener. Yo, Shatter Monster. And Shopify. I don't think I've seen any Shopify. Oh, that spoke too soon. I was going to say, I don't think I've seen any Shopify billboards, but there they are. Yo, the Shopify billboards on ByuN's base as well. True, true. And Monster, of course. For those who don't know, shouts to both Shopify and Monster. They're both the sponsors for the Team Liquid map contest. That is why their logos are on the TLMC maps. So big shout to Shopify, to Monster. I mean, Monster's been sponsoring for a very, very long time. Shopify, they're a new sponsor, relatively new. Is there no Shopify logo top right? There's a Monster billboard. Monster billboard here. Monster here. Ah, there it is. I was like, where's the Shopify back? It's up here towards the left hand side. It's like we have the Monster side and we have the Shopify side. True, true. Again, for now though, we're calming down. We do have our initial opener opening up 1-1-1 into early Raven. I believe there was, oh, sorry, initial mine drop. So mine drop into said Raven. 3 Widow Mines in the medevac, headed into the main. And here he does pull away, does react. 1 Widow Mine into the main base, 2 into the natural. herO does react in time. Oh no! Oh my god, late reaction! Yeah, late reaction, massive connection, 9 pro. Oh god, that should not have happened. 9 probes go down. Ay, ay, ay. ByuN takes a massive lead. Yeah, it takes a massive lead early on. herO, he was inattentive. That is already critical damage. And ByuN, sorry, herO falls behind. herO, he falls behind. Again, these Widow Mines should not be doing any more than 3 probe kills. Getting 9 is brutal. And he's still not done. He's still not done. A little bit premature here, but nah, the Widow Mines, they burrow. Ooh, 4 more probes. 13 kills in total. That's too much. That's far too much here. The pressure's on herO. How many gateways do we have? 3. 3 gate blink. herO, he has to counterattack. herO, he's borderline all in. He's borderline all in. He needs to reinforce across the map. He has to break his opponents. Back at home, what do we have? We have a tank here at home. We have 1 bunker on the low ground. Marines are in position. So far, ByuN has a good position. He has a good defensive position. Raven harass here towards the top side. herO blinks in. Denies one of the add-ons. Yeah, losing 2 oh god, 2 stalkers go down. ByuN, he does take the better trade. Losing an add-on but killing 2 stalkers. herO, he does take another gas geyser at the natural and he's going into early storm. So early storm at a herO. That is the Hail Mary play here for herO. No tank in the main. Wow, no tank in the main base. Damage is being done. herO making up for it. 5, 6 SCVs. Okay. Catching out 6 SCVs. I'm in order as well. This time doesn't lose the stalker. Did I speak too soon? Oh. Even denying combat shields. Not Stim, unfortunately, but regardless, does take down the tech lab. At the same time, ByuN is pushing across the map. That's where the army was. I was curious. Back at him, what is it to defend? We have 2 stalkers. 2 stalkers and 1 high templar. No storm. ByuN, he can get on top of the natural. And he can depower everything. That is not Chosis pylon. No. He's pushing in. No stim. He's a little bit premature. No, he's within range. Okay. I was going to say that he's a little bit tentative here with his position, but he does get on top of the pylon. Pylon goes down. Prism cannot get on top of the tanks. And that's 2 gateways depowered. 2 gateways depowered. Storm is almost complete. So there is 1 high templar. So there's 3. The storms will help, but this is still critical damage. And it's getting out of hand. Here come the storms. Nice splits. Yeah, nice split, nice spread. There's 1 storm so far. There's 2 more storms left. 2 more storms. ByuN is pushing in. And switching into the bases. The storm does graze the army. There's 1 storm left. It's coming in. Ooh. Decent storm. A lot of Marines go down. A lot of Marines do fall, but this is still getting out of hand. There are TCs on the way. Academy is on the way. ByuN, he's not all in. Remember that. He's not all in. Oh my god, a massive storm. Oh, the Archon. Archon pulls away, reinforcements are coming, and ByuN may just end it. He may just end it here and now. As you mentioned, it all came down to the harass earlier. It all came down to the 13 probe kills to the Wintermine drop. Like, that was game-winning damage. herO took a chance rushing into Storm, but it was not good enough. Now we're collapsing in. Reinforcements arrive just in time. One tank goes down, only one. He gets one, he gets two tanks. Does he get all three? Barely. Barely gets all three tanks, but even then he will lose the entire army. Marines aced him in, they're going for the expansion, kills the natural, massive pickup, gets the Archon as well. Oh my god. Oh, we're rallying SCVs? ByuN, we gotta calm down. Oh, we gotta calm down. ByuN panicking a little bit. Does panic. Storm builds are cool when they work. We should once again emphasize that the Storm play here was desperate from herO because he was already dying. Remember, like herO, just to re-emphasize, using 13 probes, that is game-winning damage. Like a lesser player would just topple over and die. herO, he is fighting back as best he can. But herO, he was behind after that opener. So the Storm was like a Hail Mary play. Like it was like a big gamble from herO to try to rush Storm. And the Storms were good, don't get me wrong. The Storms they were good when they were connecting, but we had limited Storms and nothing else, right? There was just nothing else to support the army. It was just pure Storm, essentially. And with that, ByuN, he has a base lead, he has the worker lead, he has the economic lead. Ahead in every aspect, better upgrades. He has 1-1 against 0-0 for herO. ByuN has Ghost already. He has the answer to the High Templar. That's a lot of Templar, that's a lot of Storm, but once again, it's only Storm. Like, the Storms are the only thing that herO has. That's all he's got. Oh, EMPs. Yeah, Ghost, they're sharking around, they're hunting for the High Templar, hunting for the EMP. Scans, that's what the army. Does scan, EMP lands on one, High Templar, so on two. It does catch out two. There's 5 High Templar left. One High Templar does lead. Ooh, Prism goes down. That's a crazy EMP. Oh, he sees! He wants them! The EP! Oh, not quite. Yeah, not quite from the high ground. Cheeky moves there by ByuN. Oh, he's coming in! He's dropping! 1 EMP! Oh, he lands! Cashing out 2 High Templar. There's still 3 Templar left. Cheeky moves out of ByuN. You can see here he has to get the hell out of here. He has to race back. Again, the High Templar, the only thing keeping him alive in this game. And even then, he's not really living. Like, ByuN's almost max. Like, yeah, knocking down those rocks in the center. ByuN is coming. He's coming. Catching at 1, 2 High Templar. There are how many? There's 8 left. Again, it's like just almost pure High Templar here. ByuN coming in. Oh, he's chasing. Oh, lands EMP. Yeah, massive EMP. There's no detection. There's the first storm. Snipes blowing up. And there's 3 storms left. Yeah, 3 storms remaining. You can see the dance here between the Templar and the army. Ghost moves in. Does go for the snipe. Once again, no observer, no detection. herO coming in from behind. ByuN has the high ground. He guides well. Yeah, 1 storm does crazy army. Ghost moving in, lands EMP. That's it. That's 1 more storm left. This is one Templar. 1 Templar left with energy. That was the final storm. And now we can just A move. Now we can just aim. We can see these are the only other Templar. There's not enough energy for a Storm. Actually, I say that there's one left. there's one High Templar with energy. This one here in the center. One more Storm. No! Never mind. 0 Storms remaining. And ByuN can just aim move. Again, he's maxed. ByuN is maxed out. He's up 80 supply. He can just aim move. We might have an energy overcharge. Oh god, never mind. Yeah, there's no energy overcharge. With that, he stims and he wins. He breaks the army. GG gets called, and ByuN, he will claim the series 3-2, advancing on and becoming this week's PiGosaur Cup 77 champion. GG. Whew. GG, well played. Congratulations, ByuN. He does claim the series, went all the way to the ace match, but again, herO, he had a very rough start. It is one of the things about TVP is that the game can end very early on to economic damage, whether it's a Hellion run by, whether it's DTs, whether it's the devs, whether it's stalkers, whether it is Widowmine drops, which is what we saw this game. But to lose 13 probes at the start of the game, that was game ending, right? That was game ending. Any other Protoss player would have just died essentially from the follow push. herO did hang in there, but herO, he was dying from that moment. Like, he was on the back foot, he was behind, he was doing everything he could to try to recover. As we emphasized, herO's goal there was to stay on 2 bases, take 4 gases, and rush into Storm. That was his hope, to try to bounce back in that game, to try to pull a fast one over on ByuN by rushing Storm. And he did get into Storm and get into High Templar, but unfortunately, he was also hoping that ByuN would be passive, right? He was hoping that ByuN would be more defensive. ByuN pushed, and ByuN broke the natural. He broke the natural, broke the economy, reset the production. GG, well played. If ByuN was more passive, then herO would have had a chance to bounce back in that game, but ByuN was very active, very aggressive, did not give herO the opportunity to recover. GG, well played. With that, congratulations here. ByuN does claim the series, and shout out to herO for making it to the final, so making a best of 5 out of this, going all the way to game 5. It was a very messy series, but we often do expect that, especially on new maps, right? For a lot of these players, for all these players, it was the first time playing on some of these maps, so there's a bit of a learning curve to them when it comes to experiencing the features and what the maps can really bring to the table. It's going to be up to the players to figure that out. So again, the first of many tournaments featuring the new map pool. We'll be doing the same. We'll be doing the same, of course, when it comes to our tournaments as well, featuring as many TLMC maps as possible. Here we go. But otherwise, GG well played. Thanks for watching, thanks for tuning in, we do appreciate it. Congratulations to ByuN, and bam, you can see the rest of our schedule here. We just wrapped up with our Wednesday morning cast of PiGosaur Cup. This evening we have Kung Fu Cup. If you recall, originally we were going to be casting the TLMC finalist stream to go over all the top 16 maps. We have our finalists now for the Team Liquid map contest. Voting is not available yet. Voting will be available next week. Bear that in mind. So we have a couple of weeks available to us to feature these maps as much as possible, so you can come in being as informed as possible for your public voting. True. And again, that's going to be next week. We're going to be going over the finalists on Friday, hopefully. That might be moved to Sunday, but we'll see. Basically, we're waiting for the revelation. I said the revelation. We're waiting for the judge feedback sheets to be released publicly. That was done last season. It's going to be done this season, but it's going to take a couple days. I believe Wax is working on creating the spreadsheet, consolidating everything, finalizing all the final score lines, or putting them all together, of course, and releasing that to the public. Once that is done, then we'll be going over all the finalist submissions, and we'll be going over all the feedback from all the judges, our feedback, and of course their feedback as well. And we'll be having our own kind of thoughts on the final top 16 maps, what is good, what is bad, and what is in between, before of course getting into public voting next week. So tentatively, the TLMC stream is going to be on Friday, but if we don't get the spreadsheet by then, if we don't get all the feedback and the judge scores by then we'll be pushing it to Sunday. So one of the two. It should be one or the other. It shouldn't take too long. Meanwhile, you can see that we have Kung Fu Cup tonight. We have an empty space tomorrow. It's quote-unquote empty. We have the GSL-CK rebroadcast tomorrow morning. Remember, we are one of the official casters alongside Trigger for the GSL-CK. So we do cast it every single week live, or every single time we've had one, we've casted it live over on Soup. But we do have the rebroadcast on Twitch and YouTube a couple days later. Usually it's like a couple of hours later, but we didn't want to cross over PiGosaur Cup, right? It would have overlapped with PiGosaur Cup if we did it today. We'll do it tomorrow when there's nothing clashing. So tomorrow we will have the GSL-CK rebroadcast at this time tomorrow, or PiGosaur Cup start time tomorrow. Otherwise, we have the podcast, KSL, MSO, and STC. Plenty of content throughout the week, as always, here on the Cranky Ducklings. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Thanks so much for the support. I'm gonna go freshen up, get some rest, get some food, and get ready for Kung Fu Cup tonight. Get ready for it. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Thanks so much for the support. If you want to support us, you can do so via Patreon. Our Patreon is set up to fund our events on a regular basis, so you can help us out on Patreon. Otherwise, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time, tonight or tomorrow for some more StarCraft. Tonight for Kung Fu Cup, tomorrow for GSL-CK. See you then, Pappy. See you then.